Hello, everyone, and welcome to the full moon in Sagittarius, astrology and horoscope and intuitive reading. Tuesday, the 14th, June 2022. The high peak was at 4:51 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope that you took in that energy. I hope last night was a good night for you. I hope this morning was good. Today is good. The degree is 23 degrees 24 minutes. So if you're doing a meditation, a 24 minutes meditation is definitely a good long time to do a meditation. You could bring it up to 40 or to 30 minutes just to cover it, right? 23 in numerology is about change, about progress, and your innovation. So under the Sagittarius energy, you do feel very optimistic, very powerful. It is a fire sign. You feel like moving, you feel like traveling, right? It's about having revolutions within yourself, transformation, this number, new beginnings, positive energy for yourself, right? Look at patterns and really try to clear them up, and it also has to do with your own growth, right? So definitely check out, I will be posting the article on the community page here on YouTube and also on the website. I will post a link all later on, okay, so you can all check that out. So we're going to get into what this moon all means. All right, now this full moon, like I said, is a super moon, so it is closer to the earth, so you'll feel the strong energy of the full moon. So we have to, be aware of things coming up. The full moon exposes everything that's been going on already, that you've been experiencing. It just heightens it, so you might find yourself getting upset about things and wanting a change, confronting situations, and so on. But we got to flip that energy into the positive, into solutions, and being optimistic, right? Now, the strawberry moon gets its name from, people picking strawberries around this time. So it is called the strawberry moon. So before we get into all the spiritual stuff, I just wanted to share that a fun, simple thing to do on any full moon, but especially on this one. I'm going to get some strawberries. I'm going to make like a strawberry dessert or something, and, hopefully have a nice dinner and try to have a really good night, but also just feeling very inspired, feeling very, very much this Sagittarian energy. Another fun thing to do, in incorporating with your, spiritual practice, is doing fun games of like a higher IQ to figure things out, or a fun game like, throwing the horseshoe or beanbag, right? So just doing something fun and competitive, because it holds that energy of Sagittarius, but also something very witty, like you just have to figure out a puzzle or something like that, or, something fun like charades. So it's just a very powerful, motivating moon. Now, as you can see on the map here, or the chart here, you'll see that Sagittarius is in the 7th house, and it has a very lucky energy. It has the fortune there as well. It has the moon in the 7th house, Sagittarius, the fortune, and in this type of energy, you will want to achieve things in a very private way, okay? And you're really looking, you're in the sector of looking at your shared resources. How does that work for you? You're in the sector also of where Sagittarius house is too. So you're really looking at how you can expand your life, that Jupiter energy. But you're also looking at your personal resources, your awareness of others' behavior. Does it offer you balance in your life? You're really in the 7th house of Libra, so there's relationship and other people's relationships. So looking for balance in your life, not being indecisive and not making up your mind. It's really making up your mind and seeing what relationships works, what don't, and your daily activities. So you could be getting a little spread of the 6th house as well, but mainly the energy is between the 7th house and the 1st house. Gemini, it's Gemini season, so happy birthday to all Geminis. Gemini's in the 1st house in the ascending, so it's a lot of attention and focus on you, and you have to hold your strength, your power, and your ground. And you're in Aries house of the I exam energy. So you're really looking at your outer appearance and really how you feel deep within, and how does it resonate with how your true energy and essence is of caring about yourself and your awareness of self, and what the projection is outside. Now, there's a strong feeling of not necessarily worrying about what others think, but what you know is right for you. So a lot of first and seventh house issues we all will be dealing with, okay? Now, Gemini and Sagittarius energy, they work so good together. They make things happen. They could be, depending on, what their chart makeup is and life experiences, but they usually make a good team of getting attention, being successful, fire and air, and they're opposite on the chart. So this is a great time when you're either have a Sagittarius moon in Gemini season, or in Sagittarius season having a Gemini moon. So it's a really nice balancing energy, and also a powerful life-changing energy as well. Both signs they love to have fun, travel, they love learning. Gemini is the beginning level of learning, and Sagittarius represents in their ninth house the higher education learning, where Gemini is the mental mind, beginner learning, communication, right? So you grow on and you build on that. And they're both great at achieving goals and just really focusing on what they love to do and being creative and unique, okay? So the big energetic experience for this month has to do with like I said, the seventh house and the first house, okay? We all have to find a balance between our Libra and our Aries energy. We could be seeking more balance, like I said, in our relationships, and we want to look at what works best for us, okay? So it's very much goal-oriented, fun-oriented, and so on. Now, the energy of this moon is very important, because not only is it a super moon, but it is the first full moon before the summer season starts. So this is putting like the closing out the springtime, moving very much forward next week into summer, and really manifesting and creating the life that you want, right? It's a very go-getter energy. Now, like I mentioned before, this is a time to flip any negative energy into a positive energy. Pull in on the energy of the moon. Being a super moon, it is great. We're heading towards so much power of so much energetic power for summer, and we could really tap into that. All right. Now, thinking about what it is that you want. If something is very upsetting to you, know that you can tap into that Sagittarius energy of having a very strong willpower, having the talent, knowing that you have the talent and the intelligence to pull it off, to get what you want, flipping the negative into a positive, right? So it's a very go-getter energy. It's a very inspired energy, and you'll find that a lot of your goals that you're trying to get to will be around travel, somehow in travel, whether you're traveling or you need something to arrive to you, but the goal will definitely be in the traveling energy. All right, we have Saturn in retrograde, so definitely take it easy, take it slow. That's in the 10th house in Aquarius. So all of our thoughts, all of the things that you're thinking about, making sure that you are just taking your time to come to any kind of conclusion, okay? Know your power, and know your worth, okay? And know your own personal strength. So this placement energy will definitely have a lot to do with kind of like a Mars energy, if you will, with this degree, right? And just knowing your potential to lead yourself this year. So that message might be for everyone, and also for an Aquarius as well, and anyone, a Capricorn, anyone ruled by Saturn, right? To know that you have that willpower to tap into, and for your career, being that it's in the 10th house. But I'll get to that also later on for each sign. So we're all feeling this goal-getter energy, the need to move forward in some way, okay? This is a great time to affirm to yourself under this full moon that you can do what you put your mind to, right? This is that go getter, goal getting, traveling, moving forward, physically moving forward, mentally type of mentality that this moon is going to offer us. So great affirmations, to make is, that I can do what I put my mind to. I can do what I put my mind to. Tap into the crown chakra. Very, very powerful for Sagittarius, the crown chakra, right? Connecting to a higher creation, a higher level of existence, and pulling in information that you may need to move you forward to where you want to be. And just knowing that whatever it is that you need to complete, you will. You might find yourself completing goals today that you really didn't really set out to, but you did. I did that today, and that felt great. Okay? And, trying to help yourself to move towards a better personal relationship with yourself and others. And it all brings us back to that 7th and 1st house experience. When we tap into or we connect to our crown chakra, right? We're knowing that we need to complete something that has to do with higher education. Like we feel that need, like I need to complete that. And when you complete that, that's going to help you personally, your own relationships. So that's helping your 7th house, and that's helping how you feel about yourself, and that's your 1st house. All right. So, it's just a really powerful full moon. I can't stress it enough. It's a full moon that you can also tap into some other things. So let me give you guys some little mojo back here. So the herbs that is associated with Sagittarius is sage, basil, and saffron. So let's look at that one. So with the saffron is like known as like an ancient spiritual herb. It's a masculine energy. It's associated with the sun. It's definitely a fire element. And if you have some saffron, if you don't, no big deal. Use what you got, what you feel called to. But it's really good for healing, love, and happiness. Also being attracted to someone else. It's great for psychic powers and for strength. So if you feel called to use that today, it's sage or something else, that's really good. Basil I love. I feel the need for more peace. So basil offers peace, purification, protection, money, love, luck. It elevates the mood of the place too. I love the smell of basil. I love it in food, the taste, mixed in with other spices. It's really good, and it relieves stress. So if you're into essential oil, it's really good. It's considered a very lucky plant or a lucky energy, right? And it's associated also with Scorpio too. Okay. So that's a fun little information there. And sage, I love sage. It's also associated with Gemini. It's associated with air element and Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Sage is good for purifying, cleansing a place, healing grief, protection. Also good for oral health, and lowering cholesterol as well. So these are some little benefits of this herb, of this plant. Okay, so if you want to get into some herbs like that, you can definitely use that in candle form, oil, sprinkle it on something, do your thing. So let's get into the different signs and their readings for this full moon. Okay, as we know, Sagittarius is in the 7th house with the moon and the Fortuna, so very lucky energy. Okay, and maybe you can even use this to for 21 minutes meditation on something that you want, right? You can also meditate on luck or have an affirmation for positivity, because Sagittarius is also associated with Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Aries, another fire sign. So really good energy for Sagittarius. And Sagittarius being in the 7th house, work on relationships yourself, your partnerships, and having better relationships. Let's move it forward to Scorpio. So Scorpio, you have the South Node, and you are in the 6th house. So a lot of this full moon will have to do with the 7th and 1st house experience, like everyone, but you will also find that you will have to work on yourself, like your work. What is good for your work? What is good for your health, what is good for your daily routine, very much Virgo house energy. So look into your personal health and cut out relationships and people that aren't good for you, and also work on your own mind and what you're thinking, and really bringing peace to yourself and to your mind, okay? And just kind of reprogramming your mind when, if you're thinking of anything negative or over stressing about anything, just know that you can tap into this positive energy on this full moon to heal and to bring more love into your life, okay? So we'll go on to Libra. Libra, feeling a lot of fifth house energy, feeling the need for romance, for maybe being seen in a good light and having good relationship with the ones that should love you or do love you, and feeling like you need to be more creative and have more fun, and wanting to kind of starting over and figuring out your creativity and how you can really feel like you're serving yourself and you're receiving that loving energy back, okay? Now, we're moving on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo, you will be experiencing a lot of fourth house issues of the home, okay, but mainly of maybe even helping out parents, feeling like some of you might be moving or visiting where you came from, and you know, maybe some of you feeling the need to be more safe at your home or where you're moving to, and just your private life, giving more love and more nurturing towards your private life before things start to get more busy for you in the summer for some of you, okay? Now with Leo, you want to feel like you are in a more private space. You feel like you need more time to think and maybe even retract to learning the more fundamental things about stuff, getting more information. Now that Mercury's in retro, is in Mercury's moving forward, direct and out of retrograde, you might be receiving even more information about things that you didn't know before, Leo. Okay, and you might be learning something new that will be an additional benefit to your life for fun and also for work for some of you. All right, for Cancer, you are experiencing second house issues and feeling like you really made yourself clear in your communication from last month. For the last 2 months, you feel like you're communicating better. You're really more focused on your money and making better choices. I feel that you will also be really planning, and you have that Lilith energy there as well. So really trying to figure out what it is that you need to do, what is best for you, okay? Really kind of feeling what is best for yourself, your friendship, your family, and just really being mindful of your sleep, making sure you get enough sleep, and that you're not overdoing any kind of things that's fun, and just really, you know, taking into consideration what you're emotionally digesting and physically, right? So that will be really important for you. But overall, just feeling more secure about yourself, and it's a great time to kind of balance out love and the things that you possessed, but also your goals as well. All right, Gemini in the first house with the sun. Happy birthday to all Geminis. And a lot of attention is going to be on you. However, you're not going to worry if it's negative or not, but most of it will be good. And you have your friend with you. Okay, Gemini, you have Mercury, which is direct, 0 degrees 39 minutes in the 12th house. So really, you are in this dream manifestation state, and you're seeing where you made mistakes in Pisces energy here. You're seeing where you've made mistakes, and you're willing to clear that up. You are looking for solutions, and you are really into your own mind, even being more alone and really working on manifesting what you want, but also seeing what is real, what is an illusion, and just really moving yourself in that, out of any kind of things that's negative, but just making some kind of huge change and transition, even learning more and being the teacher for yourself. Okay, so you'll be feeling that you'll be tapping into things that are not only spiritual, but also things that you can communicate with others very well. But you are definitely communicating with yourself more, and you are even being more sure of what your dream means. Some of you might be having powerful dreams, and you're just sure what it means. There's no second guessing with that. All right, Taurus, you have Venus with you, okay, in the 12th house. You have the North Node, and you also have Uranus in the 12th house as well, right? So you're feeling a lot of that energy, and I said Gemini was in the 12th house. So back to Gemini. Gemini is in the first house, but they're feeling a lot of the 12th house energy. But Gemini being in the first house is dealing with the I am, the awareness energy, the self, and all of that. Okay, so back to Taurus. Taurus having Venus, Uranus, and the North Node. Okay, so your friends, Scorpio having the South Node, you having the North Node. The nodes are in retrograde. So really figuring out, and don't feel the rush to figure out where I need to be in my life. You're still working with your North Node energy. You're still working with whatever your North Node is in your birth chart, and really aiming your life towards that. And it might be a slow progress right now, or it might be for some of you, you're there, but you're taking it easy, okay? And also, this is such a great time for you to manifest love in your life. It's a great time to figure out what is worth your energy, what is worth fighting for, how do you go about making positive changes without making it chaotic and messy. So, some of you might be coming out of an illusion of something that you thought was really right, but then end up getting yourself in trouble. Some of you might be getting yourself out of trouble, or realizing how you can just shift up your life and just make things a lot better. Maybe some of you will know how to accept love and what is the right type of relationship for you when it comes to love. Some of you are realizing how you communicate as well with Mercury so close by, and really finding a lot of benefit from even journaling and dream work and meditation and counseling, and even finding work in the one that's coming to me really quickly is hypnosis, even self-hypnosis, and really kind of clearing out your mind and really believing in yourself and believing in your own process and understanding of your whole life experience, right? From childhood to now, and really seeing how you can clear up patterns and how you can make yourself better and make your life better. But also a strong need to make sure that whatever you love and you're most passionate about, it's not at your self-destruction. So make sure of that. Bring balance to that. All right, so Aries, you have Mercury, you have Chiron, and you have Jupiter. I'm so happy for you. You're in the 11th house of Aquarius, so you're feeling, Aries, very inspired. You're realizing what friendships are good for you, what are not good for you. You're realizing your goals. You're taking it easy. You're making sure that you're relaxed. You're feeling inspired. You're feeling lucky. I mean, Jupiter is there with you, and it's a great time for you to look at any kind of business deals and group collaborations. Even, it's a great time for you to look at what you solo want to do and you're inspired to do. It's a great time. You probably already made big moves already, that a lot of positive things happening for you, and this is wonderful. This is great, and you're going to be receiving more help and more feeling more empowered and more auspicious and more aware of all the great things that you can do. And you'll be a part of things where you are a part of a group where you're learning, you're growing, and you just keep rising for what you want. And also make time for healing from, even 2 years ago. For some of you, you need healing from last year. So there's still a need for healing, and just know that things will keep getting better, okay? Now, Pisces, you have Neptune, okay? And you are in the 10th house of your career. So some of you will be shifting, moving. Some of you with this 7th and 1st house energy, and also you, Pisces, being in the 10th house, will definitely be looking at your career, looking at your work process, how you think about your work, and how you can get the most out of your time for your work, okay? Some of you might be looking at vacation, enjoying your vacation time. Some of you might be looking at even taking your power back and looking at your purpose in life, and planning out your career, and not being hard on yourself, especially if some of you are just starting out your career. Don't be hard on yourself. If you're already been in your career, then look at different things you can incorporate to make things better for you. But it's definitely a great full moon to manifest anything to do with the 10th house and work, and anything to do with you feeling like you achieved something, and do something fun that's easy and short term gratification to make yourself feel happy that you actually completed something, even if it's like a puzzle or whatever it is that you want, a game, whatever, just enjoy that. Aquarius, you have Saturn, and Saturn is retrograde in the MC. A lot of 10th house energy for you. Okay, so that's also the career as well. But then also a little bit of the ninth house for some of you, right? So it's a mix of feeling the need that you need to know more information. Maybe you're receiving more information on this full moon, definitely being by the ninth and the 10th house energy right there, and feeling like you have a better understanding of things spiritually, digging a little bit deeper into the meaning of life and the meaning of things and how it balanced out with your work life experience, right? Work, life, your private time, your fun time, finding balance between work and what you really enjoy, and really understanding the meaning of life is to, be happy. And everything that we're doing, we're really trying to move towards happiness in whatever it is. So make that like your cup of tea, your main thought is what makes me happy, and how can I find that balance, and slowly move towards it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Realizing that you are the master of yourself, you are the teacher of yourself. You can control your time. Find power in controlling your time. That's going to be so important to you. And take it easy and slow, and know that the learning process and any roadblocks or any restriction or any rules like that, they're meant to be a protection. Find it as a shield, a cloak, a sword, a shield, an armor, okay? And know that you're going to mature into what you are already and what you will be, so you can really put your life in a better perspective as well for yourself, okay? Now, another thing is just to enjoy your life. Find where joy is and what that means to you, and make time for that every day, okay? And especially this summer. All right, Capricorn, 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 you have the Pluto energy. You have Pluto in retrograde. So Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune are all in retrograde there, right? So with you, you only have Pluto in retrograde, and it is an eighth house energy. So it's definitely it's a Scorpio energy. So you're really looking at seeing if things add up. I feel like a lot of you will just be looking at, does this add up? And if it doesn't, then you're just going to cut it out of your life, right? And you really want to find out, does this thing work for me? Or if it doesn't, I'm letting it go. You're also looking at your own personal power, what needs to shift in your life, maybe feeling that there needs to be healing, or what's blocking you from manifesting things, and stop judging yourself so harshly or judging other people. And even if you know that someone did something wrong, whether it's in your personal life or at work, just kind of know that you're okay, you're in the good, and focus on your abilities to overcome your own obstacles, right? When it comes to money and handling other people's money, your own finances, just making sure that all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and that if someone else is doing something, you just kind of have to let it go and realize that you've done the best that you could, or it's not your problem, or making sure that you cover your butt, right, with it. So it's a lot of realizing what needs to be changed, and what urge you have to really shift things. That way they'll be better for you. And for some of you, this can happen very quickly. For others, you already know the time process, so just move with the flow, and just do the best with what you realize that you cannot change, okay? Boom, boom, boom. We're back to Sagittarius. So it's a Sagittarius full moon, and it's a very much a lucky energy. So definitely tap into the energy of feeling that whatever it is that you desire, you can do it. I can do it. It's that I can do it. I can put my mind to it. I can do it. So have that type of energy for this super full moon in Sagittarius, and just feel the energy of luck, kind of like just filling your mind with all of air, this air element of, I can do this, I can achieve this, I got this. And then also filling yourself with the fire, right? So if something upsets you, flip it and say, yeah, I can see what the solution is, but I'm going to use this fire within me to make things better, right? So really focus in on the energy of the moon, the energy of the sun, and the strong energy of Neptune, right? So we want to really focus in on saying to ourselves spiritually, I can imagine, I can see myself there, right? And I know the journey I need to make to get there, right? And that journey is that relationship with me, that relationship with how I relate to others, and also how I feel about myself. And when you put all of those three kind of celestial bodies together, right, you have a lot more to learn. You can do it on your own, but there's also the power and the help there that you need. Your own spiritual beliefs, right? The archangels, my own ancestors, my spiritual belief, my friendship through lifetimes, right? It's really connecting on a very powerful level, right? And pulling in on this 11th house feeling as well. 7th, 1st, and 11th house energy, right? So we can tap into that on this full moon, you know. Um, Connect to what you aspire to be. Know that you are that I am energy, and realize that you have all the partnerships within you from lifetimes and others to make it possible. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that this was very helpful towards you. Happy uh, full moon in Sagittarius. Something really funny that just popped up from this image that I'm using with the strawberry, how tiny it is. I remember learning that the strawberry actually looked a lot different than it does now, right? So sidebar, and they genetically, changed it, and it looks the way it does now, but it looked like a smaller berry. So it just made me think of change, of process of change, right, over time, but also what the human mind can create and do. So I don't think it was a bad thing. It looks pretty good now. I'm used to how it looks. I think it also, the taste might have changed a little, but just the process of not everything will stay the same forever. So if something is not that great right now, it will get better. And our lifetime, the longer we are alive, we realize the shifts and the turns in our lives, and then we have the power not to make those same mistakes again, or create those same patterns, and we can shift it to new patterns now, right? So there's always growth, there's always change, and there's always passion to lead us to where we want to go, to where we want to be. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you guys for watching. Hit up the like button. Thank you guys for watching. This really helps the channel to click like, and I hope you all have a wonderful full moon in Sagittarius. Please.